Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining us. My name is Kathleen Potter and I am Dean of the School of Fashion at Lasell University. And it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the School of Fashion's Runway 2020 presentation. In partnership with Boston Fashion Week, I am proud and pleased to bring you the work of the talented class of 2020. The School of Fashion delivers comprehensive and innovative fashion curricula across 3 programs: Fashion Design and Production, Fashion Media and Marketing, and Fashion Merchandising and Management, all in a beautiful campus minutes from Boston with all that a small university has to offer. Our fashion programs prepare aspiring fashion designers and professionals for dynamic careers in the fashion industry, while also fostering intellectual and personal growth, leadership development, and responsible citizenship. With a focus on Lasell's connected learning philosophy, which prioritizes and emphasizes learning by doing, School of Fashion students engage in a wide variety of experiential learning, including internships, service programs, and other real-world field experience. Hands-on training and strategic use of relevant industry-related technologies keep students at the forefront of what powers the industry. Fashion students are also involved in a myriad of fashion programming to further engage beyond the classroom. Fashion faculty also mentor, guide, and advise fashion students throughout the process of their education and into their professional lives. Students in the School of Fashion at Lasell University leave their respective programs with a well-balanced education, a strong fashion industry awareness, a burgeoning network, a professional portfolio, and strategic and tactical skills and knowledge for application in the fashion industry. But they don't accomplish all of that without first working on a Lasell Runway production. Runway is our annual fashion show. Fashion show is like a rite of passage in the School of Fashion. It has a reputation of hard, sometimes grueling work, long hours, and lots of moving parts to manage. But it also has the allure of a thing of magic. It's an experience unlike any other in the life of a fashion student. This is Runway. Tonight is Runway 2020. Welcome and enjoy.
The School of Fashion is proud to offer students the opportunity to ignite experiential learning through tangible resources. As a few examples, the Lasell Fashion Collection, Polished Magazine, and Studio 1851 provide individual platforms for engagement, inquiry, and intellectual exploration. In each unique case, these educational laboratories respond to the dynamics of contemporary society within the culture and industry of fashion. I am Professor Jill Carey and curator of the Lasell Fashion Collection. Please enjoy the following film clips.
Coming from a traditional museum setting, working with the undergraduate students, it's sort of like seeing the whole museum world through their eyes. And it makes me back up and say, okay, what are the fundamentals of the museum field and how do I teach those students those things and what can they get out of this process?
My internship at the Lasell Fashion Collection and while I was working with these fans was to catalog the fans and research their origins, how they were made, when they were probably made, catalog them into our system, past perfect, and then to photograph them.
I don't have any experience in a museum setting, so I didn't really know what that meant, but I feel like I've learned a lot, and I would totally be excited to work in an archive or a gallery with this knowledge that I've gained here.
We learned that there is a whole language that goes with fans. Certain things, like holding them in front of your face with only your eyes showing, meant that you wanted to flirt with someone across the room, and some fans had little mirrors on them so that you could watch someone behind you.
So there's some really beautiful, delicately painted dandelions up here that actually have little spangles stitched into the top to kind of accent them. But then if you turn it a little bit, you can see this kind of winter scene that's also been hand painted on. You can't see it at all from the back. You can, however, see the little accents from the dandelion scene. So I just think it's really elegant, and I think it's really interesting how you have to kind of look at it for a long time to get the full impact of it.
This one is definitely my favorite. It's probably my favorite because we don't know a whole lot about it. These bits right here, the very exact edges are probably stamped in, so the birds are too, like probably like a woodblock print, and then the flowers are stamped and then painted over, it looks like. The red is paper. It's paper and the sticks are bamboo, and it's all held together with these guards that are laced together with a cord.
For Lasell's philosophy, the whole connected learning, being able to give them that real field experience, and I can tell them from experience, this is how it works in a museum. You're really doing this. You could walk into that sort of situation and you would be good at this. You could handle it.
So it was amazing to see our hard work pay off to transform just an ordinary classroom into a very inviting, industrious, and exciting store that is finally open to the Lasell community. And it is truly a platform not only to sell clothes, but to be a platform to support our local designers on campus and to showcase our professors' work as well. It provided me opportunities to be involved in many areas of the retail industry, such as the visual merchandising, the buying and inventory planning, along with product development. So all these collaborations and real life partnerships really have got me to be fully immersed in what it's like to be in the real working opportunity outside of the classroom, even though it's a course.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Professor Lynn Blake, and I am the mentor for the Fashion Design Senior Collection Capstone Experience. At its core, the capstone is the culmination of 4 years of creative, intellectual, and tactile skill development. All phases of the designer's education are merged and tested in a meaningful way, from drafting, draping, and construction to engaging with historical and quantitative areas of study. The challenge of collection development lies in the determination to stretch and define who the student is as an artist and as a designer. It is a time to fully focus and articulate innate responses to style in order to begin to develop an identifiable signature brand. Risk and evolution are paramount, as is crafting self-expression, reflecting on critique, exploring new ideas, and embracing flexibility, all of which serve to enrich the work, resulting in a collection that reaches its fullest potential. Each designer presenting this evening has bravely met these challenges, only compounded by a pivotal moment in history. It has been a privilege to work with these graduates, and it is with great pride I share in celebrating their creative journey.
In early March, the fashion merchandising and fashion media students enrolled in our fashion show production course had been preparing to execute our annual face-to-face runway fashion show. This two-day event would include an audience of over 1,200 people and would showcase the amazing talents of the School of Fashion designers. When COVID-19 restrictions canceled Runway, Lasell students rallied, determined to find a way to creatively honor senior design students. We are moved and proud of the selflessness and energy these students have shown as they researched and shared ideas, many of which you will see here tonight. I know they join our faculty in welcoming you to enjoy Lasell University's School of Fashion Runway 2020.
Hi, my name is Brianna Duty. I'm a senior in the School of Fashion and was part of the fashion show production course last spring. Unique design techniques combine artistry and practicality to create casual, comfortable, and reflective garments. This creative process is based on a type of sensitivity that embraces authenticity and establishes a clear fashion vision on how consumers live and dress. This is Street Smarts.
A lot of people only know the surface of where my inspiration truly came from because of how personal it really is to me. It is my journey through finding myself behind my struggles with mental health, breaking free of the grasp that it has had on my life and blossoming into this strong woman who can finally work with it rather than working against it, releasing myself from myself. My artist statement is my message to my audience, starting with a quote that I often reiterate to myself when I forget who I am. Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Release comes from a place of deep self-reflection and the struggle to be comfortable in your own skin. Release yourself from stigma, step out of your own way. For once, just be and let that core self take over. My creative process began with art because it is such a huge part of my life. It's how I escape. So it was only fitting to incorporate painting into every piece that I made.
Walking into crowds of people can cause an unsettling twist in the pit of your stomach. The Constrained collection is for those, even when dressed in their best outfit and walk with the most confidence, still struggles with this unwelcoming feeling. Constrained is inspired by social anxiety and is constructed to show the deep feeling of how you feel on the inside that is now perceived from the outside. Through my process, I focused on using bright whites for everyday wear to express the confidence one may show, while the chains and ropes wrapped tightly around you express the insecurities on our insides. Social anxiety is the fear of being negatively judged or evaluated by those around us. This is a pervasive disorder that paralyzes us to our core. Welcome to Constrained.
Inspired by the uniqueness of flowers and dreamy silhouettes, my collection represents becoming lost in a daydream as we travel to a time where inclusion is not a thought. Reverie expresses the beauty of a world where everyone is accepted for who they are. Along with this, Reverie romanticizes the power that friendship can bring in an inclusive world, because a flower, beautiful on its own, is even stronger in a group. I created an everyday wear with girly yet strong features that leave every woman standing powerful, both alone and together. My vision has come to life by the use of pastel colors that bring out happiness along with silhouettes that let you feel free. My collection is there to fight for inclusion and bring out the best in everyone through friendship and confidence. This is Reverie.
My collection cadence is based off my love and passion for dance, music, and fashion. I wanted this collection to feel cool and fresh and show that dance costumes can be more than just showpieces. They can work for the stage or street. My brand, Alexandra Fashion, is for people of all shapes and sizes. Dance is a universal language that all people can enjoy. Creating these costumes has been one of the best experiences of my life, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
Congruence, a life filled with complex situations which harmonize to make one stronger. The juxtaposition of shapes, colors, and textures are intended to promote strength for individuals as they break through the barriers of life. It is through this process that identity is constructed as a sign of individuality expressed within the architectural elements of design. Although different, connectedness occurs in the forms of originality that outlines this transformation. Once through the wall, what shape would you leave behind?
Hi, I'm Victoria Capone, and I was a member of the Spring 2020 Fashion Show Production course. Sophistication is a feeling brought about by chic and stylish fashions made from luxury materials and classic silhouettes that bring new meaning to timelessness. Whether for day or evening, glamour makes a powerful statement that balances glitz with personality in order to create expressive beauty. This is transitional elegance.
My collection is inspired by summer thunderstorms. I started my inspiration for this collection by watching thunderstorms come in. That's how I got the idea of my collection named Incoming. My collection starts with navy dark blue colors representing the start of the storm. Then toward the middle of my collection, the colors change to represent the storm leaving, using pink, yellow, orange, and purple to show the storm ending. I used lightweight fabric to get the movement of the storm into my collection by using organza and draping the fabric.
Ashira is an ancient Semitic goddess. The word itself translates to she who walks in the sea. I've always drew inspiration from not only the natural beauty of the ocean, but all the legends it holds as well. I wanted to incorporate aspects of the ancient myths into the garments themselves. Sirens are known for their alluring song and undeniable beauty. In my vision, the alluring song is weaved into the flowing movement of the fabrics, as well as the methodic design elements that make them feel sensual. The bright colors and eye-catching adornments represent the undeniable beauty that the legend's victims could not resist. This collection is contrived of corsets and bra tops that are made to accentuate the body you have instead of distort it. It is important for my brand to celebrate all body types because they're all beautiful in their own unique way. The individual who wears my clothes knows how to get what they want and refuses to be forgotten. Welcome to Ashira. We've been waiting for you.
Welcome to the new voya of confidence and determination, where a woman is in control and her outcomes are no longer determined by others' desires. Negativity will no longer be tolerated as she creates her own world of well-being. Welcome to Undefined.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Sarah Witherell, and my collection, Revival, is the balance of historical influence, traditional couture techniques, and the desires of the modern-day woman to create timelessly elegant designs. Let details of the past usher you into the future through a new era of evening glamour. Thank you, and please enjoy Revival.
Hello, my name is Matthias Voltmer, and I'm an alumni from Lasell School of Fashion. There are no strict rules for being fashionable. These uncompromising and independent collections are not based on trends or commerciality, but rather from keen observations that produce statement-making pieces through experimentation with form and fabrication that sprout new contours. This is Teasing the Edge.
My collection Amplify is inspired by rock music and fashion with a focus on punk, metal, and glam. I chose these subgenres because they're all so different from afar, but up close, they all have the same message and can be united under the rock flag. I borrowed the DIY elements of punk, the hardware aspects of metal, and the over-the-topness of glam to complete my collection.
What might be in store behind the gates of Area 51? Rumors have it that the government is hiding aliens. However, what's really inside a guarded facility is the reality of an isolated civilization of people with birth defects, also referred to as freaks.
From adaptations and survival to searching their ways into modern civilizations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Area 51.
I'm a demon.
what amazing work by our designers. Those scenes and the featured work were just incredible. And now to close Runway 2020, I have the honor of introducing our final featured designer of the evening. Our finale is by the recipient of the 2020 Christy Proctor Rising Star Award. This award is a memoriam of Christy Proctor, class of 2002. Christy was tragically killed in an automobile accident just 3 weeks before her graduation. The award goes to someone who exhibits the amazing characteristics of Christy Proctor, someone who is intelligent, driven, meticulous, adventurous, and collaborative. The recipient also demonstrates a commitment to the design profession throughout their entire senior year. The 2020 recipient of the Christy Proctor Rising Star Award is Sam Betancourt. Sam is abundantly talented, incredibly creative and imaginative, and importantly, a collaborative and kind person. We congratulate Sam on this award, of which he is so very deserving. Sam's work truly speaks for itself, so without further ado, Christy Proctor Rising Star Award, Sam Betancourt's 2020 collection. What an incredible show. We are thrilled to be able to bring this work to you and to the world. We are so proud of our students and all that they have overcome and of their determination. I am confident that the class of 2020 will be stronger, wiser, and more resilient for having persevered. Each of the students we saw tonight is at the beginning of a journey, a new chapter in their lives, and we are wishing them well in all that they do. And we're hoping that the values instilled in them over the last 4 years in the School of Fashion will take them far. Bravo to the class of 2020. My thanks to Boston Fashion Week for recognizing emerging fashion talent always, but especially this year. Thank you to each and every member of the School of Fashion faculty whose mentoring and guidance support our students and steer projects like these. Thank you to the Spring 2020 Fashion Show production course, including commentators in tonight's production. My gratitude to those who have made this production possible, including ECAST, Felipe Bita and David Nathan of Lasell, and to the Lasell administration and greater community for always supporting the School of Fashion in our creative endeavors. A final and heartfelt thank you to Professors Lynn Blake, Jill Carey, and Kristen Kinski, whose heart and dedication have made tonight possible. And finally, thank you to you, our cherished audience, for joining us. I spoke earlier about the magic of Runway. We hope that you felt that tonight and enjoyed every minute. Until 2021, thank you so much and have a wonderful night.